friend. Welcome to the first episode, segment of Nikki's DIY. I'm Nikki Nova. For those of you who don't know me, you can learn more about me at nikkinova.com. So today we're going to talk about how to DIY anxiety relief, right? So, and I'm not talking about anxiety disorders, which is totally different. I'm not a doctor. I'm the daughter of a doctor and the sister of a doctor, but I am not a doctor. So there's a difference between anxiety disorders and the anxiety that we feel on a day-to-day, which is what I like to call more of a consistent worry, right? A persistent worry that, worry about what's going to happen in the future, worry if you're doing the right thing, worry if you're on the right path. So that kind of worry where almost it gets a little intense because it's just too often, it just happens too much. To the point that, you kind of need a moment to rest. So that's the kind of anxiety we're going to talk about today, just the normal anxiety feeling that we all humans feel. Anxiety disorders, if you feel like it's something that is an anxiety that's really not letting you get through the day and really inhibiting the things that you do on a day-to-day basis, that's when it's time to get some help, some medical help and some professional help. I'm just simply here to give you my opinion, what I do when I feel anxious, what I do when I feel persistent worry, and I want to share that with you because I think it can really help you out, okay? So for today, here's what we're going to need. We're going to need a little box. Here's my box. Okay. We're going to need a pen. Ooh. And a notebook. Okay, great. And these shoes are just for pretty. Yeah. Okay. And a mat, or a comfy pillow, somewhere where you can actually sit. Okay. So picture this. You're going nutsos, your mind is going all over the place, you don't know where to go, you don't know if you're doing the right thing, you need answers, and you just don't know what to do, and your mind is just going too fast, and you know that that's not helping you out. Okay, so we're going to take a moment, we're going to stop. We're going to sit down on our mat or on a pillow. And the first thing we're going to do, right, there's 3 steps. So the first step is we're going to whip out our notebook and our fancy pen. This pen was actually given to me by an old boss when she went to Paris, and I think it's beautiful. So we're going to, it's a calligraphy pen. We're going to write in our notebook exactly what is causing the worry, exactly what is causing the anxiety, just writing it all out, the diary of the mouth onto the notebook. I suck, I have no money, am I ever going to meet somebody, I don't know what I'm doing with my life, whatever it is at the moment that's making you feel anxious, you're going to write it all out until it feels like it's completely out of you. It could be 2 pages, it could be 1 page, it could be a 15-minute story, and maybe you should publish that story if it's that good. But that's what we're going to do off first, okay? Just writing it out, getting it out of the mind and into paper. I think that's so beautiful because if not, we just carry it around all the time and we're going to fall asleep with it in our mind. So it's really nice to just kind of dump it somewhere else, physically dump it into the notebook. So writing out your worry, that's step number 1. Okay. Then step number 2 is, oh my God, that pen. Okay, so step number 2 is you're going to rip out the notebook page and place, I'm not going to do that because I don't want to rip out my notebook page. So maybe I'm like a fake, but you figure out how you want to rip it out. And you're going to rip it out and you're going to place that story and that worry into your box, right? This is what I like to call my little God box. I got that from Doreen Virtue. If you don't know who she is, check her out. So all my worries into the box so that I feel like I've let it go, I've taken it out of my body onto the notebook, and then put it into my God box and say, here you go, whoever is watching this, may it be God or universe, whatever it may be, please take care of my worry because obviously I can't figure it out right now, and I'm handing it off. So that's what this does. You're actually handing it off. Okay? So let's go over the first 2 steps. Write down your story, write down your worry into the journal. Second step, rip it out or find a little index card like what I did. I write it out here and then I rewrite it into an index card because I'm crazy like that and put it into the God box. And then step number 3 is meditating. And I'll do another video on meditation, but for now we're just going to talk about the meditation that actually just quiets your mind, right? So you're going to sit down on your mat, on your comfy pillow, wherever you may be, and you're just going to close your eyes. You can put your hands down, you can put them up, whatever makes sense, and you're just going to take a moment of stillness, right? So a moment of knowing that you've let it go, that you are not going to try to figure out the worry anymore, because it's not getting you anywhere. You've let that go, and you're just going to sit here in silence, closing your eyes, and just focusing on your breath, on the in and out, right? The really cool thing about the brain is that it can't fully focus on two things at the same time. So if you focus on your breath, it's going to be really hard for it to focus on other thoughts. And if the thoughts do come up, this is what I like to do. I like to imagine my thoughts going into a little mason jar. I seal the mason jar and I put it up on a shelf. And I just keep following my breath, okay? So you're just going to sit here, just do 5 minutes to start, and just 5 minutes of silence, and giving yourself a moment of peace. And I bet you, after those 5 minutes, life is going to be very different from the anxious, worried person that first started off on the mat. Okay? So that's it. That's your DIY for stress relief. The not serious anxiety. I'm sorry, did I say stress relief? I'm talking about anxiety relief. And not the serious anxiety, but the day-to-day anxiety. That's what you can do. Okay? Let me know how it goes. Let me know if you have your own tips that we can share. And again, as always, sharing is caring. So if this helped you out and you think it can help out a friend, please send it along. Please share it and let me know what you think. Until next time, much love.